Hi, I'm Michael Williams, your island chef. Welcome to my kitchen, and today we're making an awesome summertime chilled soup. It's going to be a chilled watermelon soup, and it's going to be a little bit different, a little bit creative, so let's get into it. First, of course, we need some watermelon. So, we won't need any more than half. So I'm just going to cut this into some manageable pieces that I can scoop out. And I'll just scoop it straight into the blender. I'm going to get off a chunk of watermelon. Good. Next. And you can see I'm doing this over the blender because there's tons of juice coming out. We don't want to miss out on that. So that's a quarter of a watermelon there. That'll probably get us started. Okay, so let's get on to the next step. We got watermelon here, avocado next. Now the avocado is relatively flavorless. It's got some flavor to it. A really nice avocado's got some flavor to it. Generally us North Americans haven't experienced a really good avocado, unfortunately. But I'm just going to put about half in there, and that's going to give this soup some body and texture. Next, we got a little bit of yogurt. So let's put a couple scoops of yogurt in there. Same idea, body, texture, flavor. This is the organic 3.5% yogurt, plain, no sugar needed. Okay, nice healthy dose. And let's get a little bit of lime juice in there. And not too much. We're just trying to add another element to the soup. So really like a tablespoon is going to do the trick. So that should be good. Now I'm just going to give a tiny little pinch of cayenne pepper. 1.5. To give some spice. And finally, we're going to get some ginger going in this watermelon soup, this chilled watermelon soup. I'm going to get rid of the skin, which you don't always need to do when you're working with ginger, like if you're cooking with it, for example. But for this application, definitely we want just nice, clean, smooth. So I'm going to get rid of all the skin, and then I'm going to chop it up really fine. And we don't want much, like a teaspoon at the most. But the thing is we need to chop and chop and chop until it's super smooth. If you have a small food processor, you can do it in the small food processor and get a really nice puree. Otherwise, just make sure you chop it up for a good couple minutes until it's super fine. All right, so that's looking pretty fine. And there's more there than I want to use, I'm going to say, so we can always put a little bit in now and add a little bit more later, but we can't take it out, so I'm just going to put a little bit in. Okay? Trying to give you guys some insight into how I cook without a recipe, how I prepare things without a recipe. Key is doing little bits at a time with spices especially, because you can always add more in, but you can't take it out. So let's, we got everything, right? Yeah, let's fire up the blender. Wait for it. Is it going to catch? Might need a little bit of help. So this is just going to need a little bit of a poke here, break it up a little bit. If you remember, I put in just huge chunks of watermelon. And we didn't get lucky, but now it should go no problem. So let's give this a taste and see if it needs any help. Oh, that's good. Really refreshing. Complex elements of flavor. I'm liking that. It's good. I'm happy with that. So let's get on to garnishing this up and plating it up and making it look pretty. We'll get our ginger just pushed off to the side a little bit. I am going to do a couple melon balls with this watermelon. Cool, nice little garnish there. Pour our soup in. Woo, that was a little bit anxious. All right, let's give this a little cleaning. And one final touch with an organic washed only lime while I use the zest like this. And just a touch. That looks great. Just imagine putting this down in front of some guests on a hot summer day on the patio. That is so good. Just a hint of spice comes through. Just a hint of the ginger. It's rich, it's creamy. Chilled watermelon soup. Perfect summertime recipe. countrygrocer.com for you, along with hundreds of others. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time.